Good morning, campers. Let's do a reading. I'm having the weirdest migraine auras, so I can't really see. I really can't. I'm like this with these cards. I was like this doing my makeup. So if something is like smudged or crooked, I apologize. There's not much I can do about this. It's the weirdest feeling. I don't know why I'm sharing this. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe some of you are having migraines recently or like suffering from auras. But let's dive in. I want to connect to your energy and person connected to you because there is someone connected to this collective. I feel this collective, or most of you, you wouldn't even want to hear it. It's like you really want to be done. It's like this energy of you are now realizing that this person was keeping you stuck, that this person was keeping you in this slumber, in this really not nice place, and you want to break free. But in the same time, there's something about the situation that you don't want to let go of, you don't want to admit. I'm hearing there's definitely they've been showing me a lot of wand energy, so you're focused on like this new beginning. You want to move forward. You're very empowered at this moment of time. You're having energy. You're focusing on your career, but there is something, some sort of a block. It's like you don't want to admit to yourself that this was a mistake, that you thought that maybe it was an actual true beautiful connection, and now you're realizing it wasn't, and it's the acceptance of that is blocking you through moving forward, from closing that karmic contract. Let's see what's going on in your situation, in your connection and your life, and then we're gonna dive a little bit deeper, because I want to do present, future with these, but in between we're gonna do your energy, and we're gonna do shadows, we're gonna do guidance. What's going on with this collective now? I'm seeing bear getting out of the like a hibernation sleep, so maybe you're seeing bear. Undecisive. So maybe you're still not 100% sure. Maybe you are feeling that this couldn't really be. You're starting to having this intuitive. I'm seeing someone who is starting to feel certain things intuitively, right? So maybe you're starting to actually realize is this moment. I talk about this very often. Many people get confused because we live in a place of ego without us knowing. We live in a place of fear. We live in the matrix. It's really, when you truly dedicate yourself to the journey of spirituality, it's truly uncanny how much we're not realizing that we're bound by fear, by limiting beliefs, by shame, and so on and so forth, right? So most people think that they're okay, which is scary, but that's the truth. And it's very hard to, sitting in a place of ego, to figure out, is this connection my true soul connection? Is this a karmic, right? So it's like there were moments I'm hearing for this collective when you would truly feel that this is something real, that this is a true connection. And now you're getting this intuitive burst, I'm hearing. That's a word that I don't use a lot, so maybe that's a sign. Like those intuitive birds, that it can't be it. It's not it. It's like your soul is trying to communicate with you that it's time to close this karmic contract, but you're still a little bit indecisive. What else? We have commitment. I want one more for that. One more for that commitment. New chapter. Maybe you're still a little bit unsure where you want to place your commitment at. Let me do two more. Yeah. Okay, we have running. And I think, and these two came together, ego and regrets. I think there are certain, it's like you want to start a new chapter. You're intuitively feeling that something needs to end, that there's a shift going on within you. With this commitment, I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing that you're not really sure what you want to commit yourself to when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your career. But I'm also hearing that commitment was an issue. So maybe your person never wanted or could commit to you. Maybe their commitment was elsewhere with someone else, and that was one of the reasons that this connection was so difficult. There is definitely something that you're running away from. This is inwards energy. This is you energy. You're running away from admitting something. And with that ego and regret that that came together, I'm seeing that, you know, this syndrome, I never remember how it's called. It's an actual thing, and I've mentioned this in few of my readings. It's like we start doing something, and the moment we realize we don't want to do it, we keep going because we feel regret and shame to admit that we actually didn't put our energy and our commitment into something that was not worth it, right? And the example 555, you're shifting, you're changing that perspective. And a great example to understand this is that when people start, let's say, university, that's supposed to be like 5 years studies, and halfway, so year 3 or end of year 2, they realize that's not something that I want to do. I'm not really interested in this topic. That's not who I want to be when it comes to my career. But they're like, I'm already halfway, so maybe I'll just finish. Why? This is one of the blockers to close those lessons, to close. And I'm really passionate to talk about this because people just feel that karmic lessons, it's bad. It's a shame to admit that I've been with this person. It's not my connection. It was just a lesson. It was just karmic. We have to go through these lessons. Thank you, karmic. This is how we grow. This is how we learn. This is how we move forward. So you have to let go of this regret. It's coming from a place of ego. It's not coming from a place of your soul. It's like you're thinking that if you truly let go of this person, even though you feel that nothing, I'm seeing this card from my other oracle, nothing will come out of this situation. It's like, you know this already. It's funny because I've done yesterday a video how to truly close a karmic lesson, right? On 2 levels. It's like you feel that if you now give up, you will feel ashamed that how could I be so stupid. So maybe you're a very proud person. Maybe you pride is something that stops you from growth, and it's something that is one of your shadows. If I see it now, how could I not see it before? I'm hearing. We have space. So maybe you are taking a little bit of space for yourself. I just saw a spa, so that may be a detail for some of you. Maybe you like went on a weekend on your own or with your girlfriends to just pamper yourself a little bit. But I'm also hearing space for yourself. So you would be saying a little bit no to maybe social events, or I just heard that a detail for some of you. Maybe you're afraid that in certain circles you would see this person, and maybe you would go to, like, maybe you live relatively nearby or they work in the neighborhood where you live and you could see them somewhere. We have gossip and we have chemistry. That's underneath that commitment. I feel there was a lot, I'm also seeing my third party card. I feel there was a lot of third party interference in your connection. People had a lot to say. With that chemistry, maybe you actually, it's a detail coming to my mind for some of you, that maybe someone, actually your friends or someone in your family actually said to you that you're confused because of this chemistry, that you just feel attracted to this person. And maybe there's been gossip around your chemistry, I just heard. So maybe actually you were with that commitment. I keep hearing that this person was committed to someone else. So maybe you were the other person, and maybe people in your circles, both of you, found out that you actually were having this little connection, this little thing on the side, and they started gossiping about it. And maybe it's coming to my mind that maybe you were thinking that one day when we will actually prove to people that it was true love and it was true connection, and he's going to commit to me, I'm going to look better in this situation. And that didn't happen, and now is this ego and is this regret? How do I look in this situation? But this thinking pattern is really a blocker, right? That shame really blocks us from moving on and letting go. We have to really own our mistakes. Each and every one of us, right, can say that the past version of me have done something that I'm not necessarily proud of, but the better way to say it is the past version of me have done things that I today wouldn't do because I've learned those lessons. I grew through those mistakes, and I don't really understand them as mistakes. People, this is a sign, it is a thing for this collective, but it's how do you know that you truly process the past and the past version of you, and you outgrown this version? When someone throws this to you in your face, and I think it may be a thing for this collective, so whether that already happened or you have a fear that it will happen, right? So someone will tell you, but you just had a thing with this person and it never was real, and you didn't see it, and you interfered between him and his commitment, or her and this person's commitment, right? If you feel shame for whatever feedback or comment, even if it's nasty, even if it's unnecessary, it's always that person's problem, right? How they deliver and how they share their opinion and feedback with you. But how you take it is your problem. So if you truly feel bothered and triggered, it means that part of you believes that they are right. Part of you feels shame, right? So how a reaction looks like for feedback, or someone giving you a comment about who you are or things that you did in the past. So a healed person says, I know in the past this is something that I've done, but today I understand it. I've outgrown myself. I've learned this lesson. I would never do this again. I know I wasn't right, but I'm not even going to call it a mistake. It was a lesson. It was an experience. You'll know that analogy, like when someone talks to you about a house that someone, I don't remember how it goes exactly. I've heard it online. There's a reason it's coming to my mind, that someone is like telling you that a house and a lawn in a house that you've lived in like 2 years ago, it's really like horrible, and it looks, no one is taking care of it. It's like, well, I don't live there anymore. It's not my house anymore. I'm a different person. I grew, I changed, I understood. The me of today would never do the same thing. So it doesn't bother me when you throw this into my face, because I truly process it. And the fact that you're doing that just proves that you haven't, and you haven't understood that people make things, and it's also this acceptance that I'm just human. Maybe I will still make some mistakes, but they're going to be different. They're going to be smaller because I've learned and I moved on. It's something that, it's a thing for this collective. You need to give yourself grace. You need to forgive yourself that you thought this was real, that you thought it was a connection, that you felt this passion to this person, and you agreed for the treatment and the place in their life that they've given you. Broken. That's on top of that running. It may be as well meant, but this is on top of the ego and regret. I just heard that what you want to mend is actually you want to mend your image. That because now you've realized that this connection was just that you were the third party, that this person was officially connected to someone else, but you believe that you had a beautiful connection. You believe that you were a soul tie. You believe that this person would step away from their connection and create something beautiful with you. You agreed to, connect to this person on a physical level, and through that kind of chemistry relationship that people found out about. And now it's like you want to fix your image, but the only way, I'm hearing that for this collective, what you would actually need, this catharsis is coming to my mind, it's to admit it. I fell in love for this person. I thought it was my true connection. Even start from yourself in the mirror, then from your closest friends. Then you will be able to embrace this. I fell in love in this person because I have things within me that are unaddressed and unhealed. I fought through through place of ego and blinded by this chemistry because I really wanted a true connection, that we had something real. And now I'm realizing that it's not it. And yes, I am broken. Yes, I am heartbroken. Yes, it makes me feel ashamed, but I will get through this because I want to learn my lesson. I don't ever want to do this again. I don't ever want to make this mistake. I don't want to run away from from the shame and the pain that I'm feeling, because I fully want to process it. And one day, if someone sees me on the street and throws this into my face, you've done this, I want to be able to own it and say, yes, yes, and I have forgiven myself. If in this situation I have hurt anyone, including myself, I have forgiven myself, because today, thanks to this situation, I'm a person that would never no longer do this. You need this release. It's like you're resisting this release, this collective, to fully really accept. I kind of want to, I feel you're still a little bit on a fence, so maybe we should tap into the energy of this person. But I kind of want to start with yours. I kind of want to start with yours, and then we'll see. I want this deck for you. Maybe we'll then quickly just tap into this person's energy towards you to kind of clarify. But I feel you already know this. It's like in your intuition, you already know this. There's nothing I could say. You know this. It's just now the time has come to really close this lesson, to really close... to really close this karmic contract. And I'm also hearing, dive a little deeper into the why. Why did I actually do it? Why did I not see this before? What was it within me that was blocking the truth of this connection from me? Why did I feel that it's enough to be a third party in someone else's situation, in someone else's party? Okay, how is this collective feeling? What's the energy around you? What's your first row? What's the energy around you? I think there are two. Hold on. Yeah, we have two. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, two more. Okay, one more. Okay. Okay. All right. So first two cards that came out together, really beautiful, because we have Six of Wands and we have Wheel of Fortune. And I've heard with these two cards, born for greatness, right? So I think for this collective, what you really need is a closure. You really need to understand that some things happen for a reason. Some things happen as a steps I'm hearing to guide us towards our success and our greatness. The last card you have is Justice. Justice with Wheel of Fortune. Karma. Karmic lesson, karmic pattern, karmic connection. Something that you're still not yet fully ready to process. You're not fully seeing. But this person, and I always say this, how do we truly release karma? And again, watch that video if this is really your reading that I've yesterday or the day before. You really need to release this person through forgiveness and through thanking them, because the purpose of a karmic connection, karmic lesson, it's like the stepping stone for you to reach this energy. You were born for greatness. Whoever you need to be to hold the vibration of this, your success, successful life, beautiful life, you needed this experience. It was meant to happen to create the person who you are today, but you need to give yourself grace. You need to have this conversation, that maybe even like a monologue with this past you. Why did you do this? What made you feel that this is what you deserve, that you have the right as well to meddle into someone's situation? Really just being honest with yourself, even if it hurts. Treat her, that past version of you, like a younger sister. Give her grace, give her love, give her compassion. It's okay. It's all good. Nothing happened. There's no mistake that you couldn't fix. There's no situation that you couldn't get that closure. Everything is a lesson. Everything is a learning. But now what do we do to make sure we don't repeat that again? We really have to get to the bottom of this lesson. What was it trying to teach me? Why did I not see this? What was it within me that was blocking that inner voice that from the beginning was saying that this is really not my person, that I shouldn't be doing this? Why did I silence this? What part of my ego, that from the previous deck that we had, what part of my ego pushed me to follow that? It happened for a reason. Wheel is at play. There was no escaping from this connection. You had a karmic contract with this person. And I always say this, in a karmic contract with someone, there's always two elements. There's lesson in whatever's happening, to show us our shadows, to show our parts of our psyche that we're refusing to see internally. And there's a karma with this person that you have to release. But the energy is actually nice, because it's like you're jumping on your high horse. We have this Knight of Wands. You are having this newly found passion for moving on and dedication for moving on. And we have Temperance as well. So it's like you want to heal this energy, right? And you wouldn't be one of those people that you just want to forget this person and talk bad about this person. It was all their fault. They lied to me. It's like there's part of you that is intuitively sending signs to you that it was you as well. It was something within you that caused you put yourself in this situation, believe this person. And I always say this, and it's a thing, right? When we say that there are always 3 steps on the lesson, and the first step is like we blame others, we blame the universe, we blame this person, they did this to me and they lied to me and they're horrible and da 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 da. Then when we're ready, we go to step 2, which is me. Looking inwards. What was within me that I agreed to this, that I thought that this is something that I deserve, that I put myself in this situation, that I stayed in this situation, that I believed in lies, that I didn't see the truth. What was within me? Focusing completely on me. I'm the problem. And when you're ready, when you fully process that, you reach that third and final level when you understand no one is to blame. It was part of my journey. It was part of my lesson. It had to happen. That's why this person was put in my journey. We agreed to this. We have that contract to show me that, so I can rise. And this is where you release that karma. This is where you truly say, it had to happen. I want to heal. I want to understand. I don't want to have negative emotion towards this person. I don't want to have negative emotion towards my past version of self that put us in that situation. I don't even have negative emotion towards people who judged me. Powerful energy for this collective. My battery is really low. Death and Rebirth and Mother Star. Beautiful energy. You have Wheel of Fortune, you have Temperance, you have Justice, you have Death, you have Mother Star. This was needed for your transformation. It was part of your journey. This karmic connection, it was something that you needed to go through. Make sure you close this contract. Make sure you release this person. Make sure you learn the lesson. You release the lesson. You forgive the past version of you. And you will transform into freaking Mother Star. She's above the Empress. She's above the High Priestess. She's embodies everything. The Wands, the Cups, the Pentacles, the Swords. She is everything. She is really empowered. She's really standing strong in the balance of that inner masculine and the feminine, in the inner union. She truly understands. It's like this experience will not only teach you that you deserve more, that you have to have grace with yourself, that you have to grow, that you have to heal to better recognize certain soul ties and not put yourself in the same position anymore, but also to really learn to trust your intuition, learn to trust your gut, to connect a little bit more, to understand how life works, how journey of life works, how karma works, and so on and so forth. It's a powerful lesson for you. We have the Hanged Man. It's also a rebirth energy, but I'm also hearing reflection with this. It's like it's beautiful. 10 of Wands. I was seeing this card in my meditation for this collective. There's a burden you need to release, and it's a key for your healing. And that burden is just saying that out loud. I'm hearing for this collective. 4 of Pentacles. You're still holding on. Okay, so you are ready to jump on horse and move forward, right? They're stopping you here. They're saying, no. Have a little bit of reflection. Before you do this, before you follow your passion, before you follow your path, you really have to close this lesson, right? On some level, you already know that this is not your person. You need to move on, but you need to properly close it. So again, watch that video that I've made. You need to close it on a level of lesson, and you need to close it on a level of karma with this person to truly understand no one was to blame in this situation before you actually move on. Don't make the mistake of just moving on in the physical and swiping that thing under a rug. You really need to properly close this. But this collective, you really have all the tools to do that. You're not this collective. You're not. I've done a similar energy, not similar, but maybe someone that would have a bit of a similar character and shadows that you yesterday in yesterday's reading. But this energy, it's like you are more self-aware. You're not in denial. You know this. It's just there are certain blockages, that regret, that shame, that ego that are blocking you. It is burdening you, and it's a burden that you need to release to truly heal and find that balance in your life, that soothing elixir to forgive yourself, to pour into your own cup. That shame, I'm hearing, that shame is burdening you, because deep down you know that you're this. I'm a mother star. I deserve the world. I'm a wonderful person. I'm a wonderful human being. I have all these qualities, and I forgot about my values because I so deeply believe that I have this connection with this person. And I've hurt myself, I've hurt other people, I've acted in a way that I myself would judge and I myself wouldn't approve of. That's why judgment of others hurts you so much. This is why judgment of others hurts us and triggers us, because on some level we believe it's true. When we truly close that lesson and release that burden, it no longer bothers us. People have right to, I mean, they don't really, but it's their business, right? What they think and who they judge and how they judge it. But there's still, you're holding on to this karma for a little bit. Just a little bit. You really have to process it. You really have to release it. You really have to understand that it wasn't a waste of time, that it wasn't your shortcoming, that there's no reason for you to feel ashamed. It just had to happen for the new version of you to be created, to rise your vibration, to truly understand certain things, to truly build a compassion for yourself, for future as well. It's a really beautiful energy. You really, this collective, have the power to let this burden go. I feel it's this cathartic thing that you need to do. Just admit to yourself, and maybe with others. Maybe there's a specific person on your mind, I'm hearing, that you're like, feel like you owe to say something to, or admit this to, that I've made a mistake. I'm so sorry. I didn't have bad intentions. I didn't have, I just heard that it might be difficult to hear, but I've heard that for some of you, it actually might be the person connected to that person connected to you. To say, I'm sorry, I'm not this person. I wasn't mean. I really believed it's a difficult decision to make. So don't make this fit, right? Take it, that part, take it only if you truly already felt it in your intuition, that is something that you need, because sometimes we can cause more harm to get our own closure, meddling and reaching out to people that we think we've hurt. It's not always necessary. Sometimes those people deserve their own peace. But if you truly feel it, the moment I was about to say it, it's like, oh my God, she's not going to say this. And I said it and you knew it was yours, then it's yours. Then perhaps it's part of your journey. But at a minimum, this collective, you have to look in the mirror and admit it to yourself. Admit it to yourself. Talk to the mirror, talk to the past version of self, watch the whole reading so it makes sense. Okay, I want to quickly, before we do what's coming, because I want to do what's coming for this collective, what you in the next maybe month or a couple of weeks. But let's quickly tap into the energy of this person connected to you too. Maybe it will bring you a little bit of clarity. I want to tap into their energy towards you, towards life. What's their energy of this person? Who are we dealing with here? We have Seven of Cups and Empress in reverse. Okay, I've heard with that Seven of Cups, I immediately heard player. I don't think, it might not necessarily be the case that this person is on a generic level a player. It might be for some of you, but there's a player energy in this situation. So whether you want to accept it or not, this person, if all the other parts of this reading resonated, this person knew from the very beginning they're not going to be able to give you anything. Perhaps they were lying to themselves as well. Perhaps it wasn't on a conscious level, because we have a wounded feminine right here, right? So they are sitting in their wounded feminine energy. They're full of insecurities. Their full potential is blocked. The balance is not there, right? Wounded feminine. So maybe it's not like when they were promising you things, right? They thought that maybe one day it could happen, but I don't really think so. I don't really think so. I think they knew from the beginning that whatever they were promising, it's like the feelings might have been real. And I always talk about that. Love is love. How we love karmic. It's the moment we feel it, the moment we love this person. It doesn't matter. Like people get stuck on those soul connection because it wasn't my soulmate, so the love wasn't real. It was real. The love is there for us to go towards this karmic, because our mind and our soul and it's like our part of our path. So we have to be pushed towards this person somehow. Do you know what I mean? But this person really, it was like the Star in reverse. It was like maybe they had like faraway hopes and dreams that in a perfect world, in a perfect scenario, they wouldn't have this commitment with this other person. They wouldn't have this story with this other person. They're single and they can really be with you. So the moment they would say these things to you, maybe it would come from a place of an actual feeling, an actual connection. But in a tangible world, they never had any intention to ending things with that person. It wasn't that they already were preparing speeches and plans, how they're going to do it. No. I'm sorry, but no. I'm also hearing something that may be a little bit hurtful, but maybe for this collective, it's you need of 10 of coins in reverse. That they were a little bit bored with their life, right? So I'm sensing this person is it's just deeply wounded energy. I want to do a few more, okay? And I'll tell you what's coming through. 10 of Swords in reverse. King of Coins. 10 of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. Nine of Coins, and we have few months, autumnal equinox. So maybe that's the time needed for you fully to find out certain things, for you fully to get closure, for you fully to move on before you start making long-term plans for yourself and really moving on. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We have Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins in reverse. I think this person is really not happy in their life, in their situation, whatever connection they're at. I think they're not happy. I think they're not fulfilled. I think they feel forced for whatever reason. And I always say this, no one can cage us. We cage ourselves. So if we think we're in a situation that has no solution because we have a child with this person and maybe we're financially bound, no. You choose this. You choose comfort. You choose this. It is your choice, right? But this person is in a pity city. They feel bad about themselves, for themselves, right? They feel that I'm just stuck in this situation. I could never leave this situation. And I've also heard, and it's a thing for this collective, because I know obviously what collective I'm tapping into, that this person may have connected to the person they're connected to, they're committed to, right? Either I'm hearing an arranged money or an arranged relationship or relationship for money. Not necessarily that they started a relationship for money, but maybe it was a smart financial move. So either they have business ventures with the family business of this person, or they have joint money, or this person is well situated and they're actually helping their business and helping to develop certain things in their life. There's something about this. It's like the family of this person connected to your person, right? It's like they have power over them. Like they don't think that they could ever, if they would leave this connection, they would have to truly start from zero. They would be left with nothing. So maybe they have this fear that that family, this person, it would take everything from them. They would destroy them, everything that they worked for, whatever there is. But they're very broken. So in this connection with you, they were trying to numb the pain. They were trying to find hope, to believe again that a connection can be fulfilling, can make you feel wonderful, can make you feel like it has a purpose, right? Like it's meaningful, like it's not just a business thing, like it's not just another person that you have to, I'm literally seeing this, like eat meal with and look at them, you have nothing in common, like you're not even effing friends, right? What is this? It's just the situation that they really feel stuck in. But I really think that this person, there's a part of this equation, and it's not just a detail, it's very strong energy. They do it for their status. They do it, it's like who they are coming from a place of ego, right? So who they are, a big part of that, it's thanks to this person and their family, right? So if they never met this person, if they never had a commitment to this person, maybe their business wouldn't be as big, or wouldn't be as successful. Maybe it's a family that has a lot of connection, like I said, a lot of money, provided a lot of support. They feel like indebted to that family as well. Status is very important for this person because they're sitting in their wounded feminine, right? They wouldn't have the courage and the energy to start over. This person is not one of, I'm sorry to break this to you, but this person is not one of those people that it's like, oh, I want to show to the world that I had nothing and I start from scratch and I've built everything. They build this idea of this King of Coins, that this is who they are, but in reality, it's wounded feminine underneath. They scared that they wouldn't, they like their current status that they have, maybe not entirely 100%, but in a very big level because of this person, because of the family of this person. They have not entered this relationship for the right reason, true connection, true love, and wanting to have a true partnership. It feels very much like a business kind of thing. They really, I'm hearing they lack integrity. It's sad to hear, but it's not a good vibration. It's not a good vibration in happiness. And mind you that when we connect to someone, and I talk about this all the time, and I feel so strongly to carry this message to people into the world, we do not realize the impact that it has to energetically connect to other person, to have intimacy, to hold their hand, to kiss them, to be physical with them, all the BS that they carry energetically. And I talk about this all the time. That's why I'm so passionate to explain people, please don't mix your energy with random people. Intimacy is something that we should have in a true connection, in a soul connection. We should guard our body. We should respect our body, our vessel. This is where a soul lives. It's not for anyone. It's not for random. It's not for people who connected to someone else. No. It's a sacred act. Intimacy is something so beautiful. It's like this cherry on top of the beautiful soul connection that you should have with your partner. And you, every time you do it with someone who you're not sure they're your person, or you know they're connecting to someone else, you're not committed fully, and this person is not committed fully to you, you're connecting yourself through the energetical threads that are not so easy to be broken. Perhaps that's why in the previous spreads it was such a strong energy that you really have to close karmic contract with this person. So watch the previous parts. It's like you really have to get rid and cleanse this energy before you embark one on a timer on your new journey, because their energy ain't nice. It ain't nice, and it will stay with you if you don't cleanse it properly. Months ago I also have done like a video of what you should do in between relationships to properly like cleanse, so you can search for that as well. All right, I want to do last part. I think I have more battery to do more. Let's do what's coming. Let's do what's coming for this collective in the next month. I want to do, we have that autumnal equinox, so let's do maybe 1 to 2 months, although I think it was a month plus. What is it that you need to do? What's coming? What's the guidance? What's coming? Breaking point. Beautiful. You're getting there. There are some blockages. You that bear, a bit resistant to get out of your slumber, to get out of your cave, but you're getting there. Limits, final straw. You will be able to close this contract. Soul tie. To be honest, let me do a few more. I feel this was preparing you for something beautiful, something that you would now be able to recognize, someone that you would now be able to cherish, something that you wouldn't jump into the intimacy. There's a reason I was saying like you have to protect your vessel. Oh, hold on. Okay, we have holding back. Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. What's coming in the next month with this collective? 2 more. Okay. Overwhelmed, indecisive. Okay. Breaking point. I feel you will reach your breaking point. I feel you will reach a moment when you, with that soul tie, do you know what I actually think? I think that you will have a better understanding of soul ties. So maybe you will learn something about that. Maybe it will be shown to you. Maybe you will tap into that mother star, that intuition within you through this breaking point as well, to understand this better, how to recognize a true soul tie, how to recognize a karmic, a soulmate. I feel that there may be someone, and oftentimes we go through difficult relationships to be aligned with a soulmate, with something that was so beautiful that we needed that preparation. Because if you truly learn the lesson right now, you will know that you deserve respect, that you deserve commitment, that you shouldn't be giving more than you're receiving, that you should start your relationship well with with loyalty, yes, towards another person if they give it to you, but also integrity, that you shouldn't jump into things, that you shouldn't jump for certain things, that you shouldn't jump into intimacy with another person as long as you know that their commitment, their integrity, they're in the right place, right? So I think that you will be holding back and you will be a little bit indecisive and a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe you will think this is too soon, and it's fine. Sometimes, soulmates are introduced into our life. It's always in the right time, right? The timing is never wrong. The universe in its infinite knowledge doesn't make those mistakes, but sometimes we do need time to close certain things, and a true soulmate will understand. I still feel like I'm connected to the energy of this person. I still think like I have to process certain lessons, close certain things. I want to do it right. I don't want to rush into this. Let's be friends in the beginning. So I'm sensing that kind of energy. Maybe you will be scared to make the same mistake again. Maybe you will think you won't be sure if it's revealed. That's on top of that breaking point. I was seeing truths that something will still... you will see the truth. You will see the light. You will see the truth in the next months. Missed opportunity. Let me do 3 more. I hope I'm not gonna run out of battery because it's like it's almost not there. Let's hope not. We have the same cards. Forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself. Focus on that. Watch the whole part. We have gossip, we have space, and we have commitment. To be honest, I think that that first row, breaking point, you're going to find out something, whether that's externally. I think this is more internal truth. It's like you have that breaking point, that moment that the penny will fully drop and you're like, hell, this person, it's like flashing. This person was my karmic connection. I have to close it. There was nothing good about this except the beautiful lesson that I now have learned. I feel you're gonna be aligned with someone that you will think that this person is your soulmate, that it is true connection, but you will hold back. You will not be able to take a decision because you will still be overwhelmed with the events of the past. I'm hearing 2 months for this energy, truly. And you will be going like in and out. Is this going to be my missed opportunity because I'm not ready? I don't want to make the same mistake. Is this a test? You will be overwhelmed with all those emotions, right? I think there's also going to be something about that gossip, right? So maybe you will still feel that judgment and energy from your friends and friends of your person and their environment talking about your past connection. It just came to my mind, maybe you will have the fear that you've actually that this person will judge you, or that this person will find out. That's why you'll be holding back. My advice is always honesty. Like I said a moment ago, just if you feel like you have a connection with someone, you're able to say, listen, I feel this connection, it's real. Have the courage. That might be your task, to have the courage to admit it, not feel that you again going to feel ashamed or stupid, but you can say to this person, this time I want to do it right. I still have some energy tied to me. I fully need to close this. I fully need to process, why did I do the things that I do? I'm not proud of this. I have to forgive myself, right? Because I know it was just a lesson. If it's truly your soulmate, if it's truly the right person, you will grow in their eyes. If they're already ready for you, if they're already on this vibration of a soulmate, they will understand that they will actually have more appreciation for you, and they will see you bigger, more beautiful, brighter kind of energy. So that's the thing with soul ties. It's never a missed opportunity. Universe doesn't make mistakes. Maybe if this person will be put on your path, maybe friendship is what you were supposed to have for many months, many moons before you actually entertain the idea of entering in that relationship. So don't be afraid you're going to lose this. What's truly yours will never be lost as long as you're doing the work, as long as you want to be better for yourself, for this person. You want to learn your lessons. You want to start things with integrity. You want to start things slow. You also have to, that forgiveness that we had at the bottom of the deck, because you have to forgive yourself. All the judgment, all the gossip that I feel is still around. You need a little bit of space to be more secure in your decisions. But you know what's the last card for you? It's this commitment. You deserve this commitment, and this beautiful commitment with a soul bond, with a soul tie, with a soulmate is there for you. But whenever we feel like it's not the right time, why is it happening now? There's always a reason. Remember that. So ask yourself why. And I feel for this collective, it's a true opportunity to do it without fear, to trust, and to put your healing, your forgiveness, your integrity, setting your values straight first, instead of that just longing like you did with the previous person, just longing for love, longing for connection, longing to have something regardless of whether it's real or not. I hope this was helpful. I wish you all the best of luck, and you got this. You're a star.